Hello everyone, welcome back. So, I hope you guys are doing well ahead of time, but I've been over here kind of cracking up a little bit because there's a lot of newscasters on MSNBC saying that Trump's rallies look like a weekend at Bernie's tour because I guess he's really lethargic. Uh, anyway, so this reading is for Felonious 45's week of June 10th through the 16th. His birthday's in there, and I bet his Father's Day will suck bigly. So, but anyway, I'm going to stop. Oh, no, I won't. For now, I'll stop for a minute, swap out cameras here, and bring you over my table. I'll be right back. Okay, so I decided to just do a Celtic cross. And I might use a different tarot deck after, but I want to just get down to the basics here. I, for some reason, wasn't drawn to the Kipper today, or for this week. So anyway, I have to put the intention into the cards. I have allowed for reversals. But anyway, June 10th to the 16th. How's Donald John Trump? How is Don Corleone, Felonious 45, Don the Convict, how's his birthday and Father's Day going to go? How will his week be for him? Right there. Okay, so the major situation where he will be sitting, experiencing, well, actually, it's more like, I like to look at it as the forces in motion. Well, with the death card reversed, he's stuck. So there are the only forces in motion for him are like self-implosion and his own energy coming back, meeting him, with that place that he is in his brain. He's just, there's a tremendous resistance to change, and he's not able to move on. Whoa! His biggest challenge, his life is falling apart with the tower. That's his biggest challenge. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. What else can I say? So, destruction, keywords for the tower card are destruction, breakdowns, upheaval. Now, this is a card of big change, but it's not the kind of change that you usually want. Sometimes disasters. Okay, what he's sitting in is his immature 13-year-old and maybe 8-year-old, maybe, yeah. But I feel more like, teenager energy. That's what he's sitting in. And he's always looking at the news, trying to get good news about him. He has enough staff that he pays to give him all this good news about him. Apparently, he has someone who, travels with him that has a portable printer to print out all the good stories about him. Well, he's not getting the truth. Okay, his past, we have the Six of Pentacles reversed. Whoa. This means a cutoff of supply. This means going into debt. This has to do with people who are really selfish and just has this one-sided type of, charity, which is gimme, gimme, gimme. So what he does is only to take in. And this is also a card of, on the physical level, it can relate to the throat and the neck and the stomach and laryngitis. Like he could wind up with like a sore throat or something. This is the near past, so this would be happening in just a little while. But because I'm doing this reading on Fridays, so and the reading is from Monday to next Sunday, so this would be over the weekend. He could have a little sore throat going on. He definitely needs rest on the physical level and probably doesn't drink enough water. So there's that. Okay, what's hanging over him with the Ace of Cups coming through a reverse, no less. My goodness. Wow. We're dealing with blocked and repressed emotions. And this is my key card for someone who just avoids the truth. This is, when it comes to reverse, we're talking about emotional reactions, energy vampires, rageaholics, and people who just lie to themselves because they can't stand to get the truth. They don't want the truth. That might be the same with the Ace of Swords, but Ace of Swords is more about lying. This one's more about avoiding the truth, like holding it all down. Okay, near future. So this would go into all of next week. Five of Wands reversed. With the Five of Wands reversed, we have major struggles going on between constructive and destructive attitudes. So I doubt does he have any constructive attitudes in his brain? Can you think of? No. But again, this is a card of avoiding conflict. Now, he might have an increased focus coming through on the goals, but he's kind of, he thinks he's the winner, but he knows, it's one part of his brain. So here's the major conflict. One part of his brain thinks that he's a winner, but another part of himself knows he's a loser. And what do you do with that? Right? Goodness. Okay, what he's attracting is failure, a lack of, with the Seven of Pentacles, sometimes it has to do with just persevering and looking for reward, things like that, looking to see if your investments are paying off. But, he's just gonna keep grifting. But it is turning into hard work, but he can't do anything but keep on keeping on for now. July 11th is coming, dude. 7/11. How others are influencing the situation? Well, there's a lot of people watching him, a lot of people listening to his every word and talking about him, and it's just, he can't get away from it. His distant future, there's something coming through. Maybe this is kind of like going back to childhood, but there's something positive coming through in the distant future. But maybe it just has to do with something being revealed, and that's not really positive. All I can say is he's going to have the spotlight on him. For sure, I can say that. You don't need me to tell you that either. Okay, and then we have the outcome, though, for this week has to do with going into debt. The Nine of Pentacles coming through reversed is all about debt. It's all about being over invested in something that's not working, and you have this major financial setback, and it can also be getting trapped somehow. There's too much need for external validation going on with him, and so he's in that trap of, oh, that's what this is. He's in that trap, and all of this too, that's why he's stuck. He's literally in that trap of needing. And this is what it is with his psychopathology, right? He's a born psychopath. So, and he doesn't care. Everything is a transactional, situation for him. So he needs all types of, kudos coming from the outside. He needs all this attention, and he's stuck in that. Wow. Okay. I have another fun tarot deck I'll use really quickly. I don't want to spend too much time, but this one is called, you guys have seen it before, The Visions of Life. So bear with me while I shuffle it and get the cards ready. And these cards are much bigger, so I can always move the camera up, move the lens up a little bit. let's do a Celtic cross with this one. Donald John Trump. And this one, it's pretty much, the meanings are, I leave them upright because the meanings are really, really odd. Yeah, and I can't see a reason to really reverse. It's pretty much going with the imagery, the artwork. Donald John Trump. What will be your experience for June 10th to the 16th? I didn't see many celebratory cards. I guess maybe the sun would have been the only good card there. You know, with his birthday, it's like literally his solar return. Like, yeah, he gets to have another trip around this year. And that is the case. I mean, one of the hallmarks of birthdays is that you get an extra zap of energy. So I don't know how far out into the distant future that could really be for him. Right there, okay. Ooh, relationships are an issue, okay. His biggest challenge is financial stability. Yeah, he doesn't have that going on. Wow. Now, this card, of course, is ruled by Gemini, which is what he is. But he's differing values, value systems going in two different directions there. And the Ace of Pentacles coming through reversed. He's missing out on opportunities. Wow. Okay, where he's sitting, let me go ahead and bring this up a little. There we go. I don't know that he's really sitting in wisdom, do you think? I doubt it. But it could be that this week he's going to sit around and look at magazines, look at pictures. He doesn't really read. He reads a teleprompter sometimes. Okay, his past. Yeah, that's all he does is just turns on the charm. Let me make some room over here. What's hanging over him is the need for balance, the need for temperance. Now, remember, I didn't allow for reversals so that you can see the artwork, but it's, it's always, this is what the temperance card really is about, is like, it's time to get in alignment with the highest spiritual realms, but no, not for him. He doesn't do that. Oh, goodness. Okay, near future, he's going to have to listen. Now, this is the Judgment card, so we could just leave it there and just say Judgment's coming. But this week, I think he's going to have a hard time listening to what's going on. And maybe that's why he just turns to the printed, things about him that his assistant gives him, because he's not really able to stand it. Now, if I had used reversals, this card coming through reversed would have to do with a lack of self-confidence. But maybe we can just look at it as he's always going to be looking in the mirror and futzing with his hair and using tons of hairspray and, had crazy hair, all his life, just like his mom. Man. But the need for balance is hanging over him, and so maybe that's why the other reading did look to me like he was pretty worn out, pretty tired. So, yeah. Goodness. Okay. What he's attracting? The Magician, the Devil coming through in the Magician card. Yeah. His brain, I would say, because here's another Mercury card. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo, so I think this is just speaking to the way he really just listens to the negativity. He doesn't listen to anything positive. except for whatever he can get off that printer from that assistant. Oh my goodness. Okay, how others are influencing the situation. They are feeding him information that gives him confidence, but it's not real. It's not real at all. Yeah, I mean, she can see the truth. Like, she's thinking, oh my God, that's a guy that could just, get me outside and strangle me. I'm running away. See, I told you this deck is weird. Okay, because that's not traditionally the Nine of Cups. All right, distant future here. we have the Hermit card, but he's searching, and notice that his body's going one way, his feet are going one way, and then his torso is going another way, and he's looking straight up. How do you get anywhere doing that? How do you, it's like the question mark's up here in the end of his nose, but his nose isn't, I mean, any dancer or normal person knows that where your head's pointing, your body will follow. Unless you're going to run into a wall or you're going to fall down. Because that can happen. But yeah. Wow. So we know he doesn't go inside. He doesn't self-reflect. So to have the Hermit, I feel this would have come through reversed if I had allowed for reversals, and I do believe this is more about his refusal to go within. But maybe he is being forced in for some reason this next week. Interesting. Okay, and then the outcome, we have the Page of Pentacles, so that he's going to be learning something. He's going to be watching out for what comes out on the news, and it's always about the money to him. Maybe he's going to learn something about his health that doesn't... let's see what was on the bottom. Ace of Wands. Yeah, maybe he's optimistic. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, his destiny. Okay, that's interesting. I'll just leave that image there. Yeah, okay. So nothing much here with this deck other than I do feel with the overall message here, he is going to have trouble with relationships because he does feel like this is the way any psychopath operates. It's like you have to, it's a transactional, it's all transactional. And if he doesn't have money and a lot of power, he doesn't think he has relationships that, or he doesn't deserve, or what can I give them and what do they give me, that type of thing. So he's having problems there, and there is judgment going on. Oh, this one should have been reversed too, is what I'm getting. So that brings through the with the Judgment card coming through reversed, we're in that realm of self-doubt. And again, refusing to go within and examine your own motives. And so relationships are like, there's this untrustworthiness. And yeah, he's not really getting the truth. So he's hearing one thing, maybe on the news, and then getting other things from his assistant and other assistants as well. And then he's like, okay, Kat, how do I trust what's going on here? It's like they're treating him the way they did his dad when his dad started going downhill. They would let him go into he would leave to go into the office, and had a driver, and they'd go in. But then when he got there, his secretary would just give him papers to sign. But they were all fake, just like fake contracts and fake checks and fake whatever. And he thought he was still running his business, but they were actually running it for him behind the scenes. Otherwise, it would have tanked because he was gone, like mentally gone. So this is what's happening. And this is his destiny. And he thinks he's got all this energy and he's optimistic, but it's diluted. He's totally diluted, and his finances aren't good either. His opportunities to really make more money are falling apart and have been. The Trump brand is gone, like I predicted 2-3 years ago. The Trump brand was going to fall big time. I didn't know how, but that's coming true. And he can't balance that out no matter what he does, because he doesn't have it within him. Here's the problem, which is why we have, the failure and all this other stuff going on. He doesn't have it within him to turn it around. Everything he's ever... He had his family inheritance from his father that he stole from the rest of them as well, changed up the trusts and things like that. His dad should have never made him the executor. But what happened is bad investments. But then again, if you're just trying to launder money, it doesn't matter if the business goes down. But he has had already a lot of bankruptcies and failures and closures. And I mean, look at Trump, look at Taj Mahal in Atlantic City. But then again, why not launder money? That's what casinos are for, right? And that's all he's thinking about. But it's not going to work. He's not headed in the right direction. And I don't think he can turn it around at this point. So, okay, I'm going to stop blabbing and get this uploaded. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And happy Father's Day to all of you again. Okay, bye.